Good evening. I hope everyone's well today. If you're not already subscribed, consider liking and subscribing. It does help the channel out a lot. I wanted to talk a little bit about this person today, this specimen. Baroness Carr, Sue Carr. She's the most senior judge in England and Wales. She's the Lady Chief Justice. She is the liaison between the courts and the Parliament, as it were. She's come out and she said she's got grave concerns. She finds it problematic that our democratically elected politicians are criticising her and her colleagues' judgments in legal cases. I think we all know the case that she's referring to, where a judge decided to use the Ukraine settlement scheme to house people from Gaza. This isn't a judgment that this judge came to. This is a loophole that the judge themselves have used for their own political ends. This is not what the courts are here to do. This is a Ukrainian refugee scheme. So it is for Ukrainians. It's not for anybody else. He may think personally or privately that it should be open to all and sundry. That's not his judgment, that's not his call. We are meant to have a fusion of powers in the United Kingdom. That is what I want to get to here. Until 2009, we had a fusion of powers. The courts, the lawmakers, and the legislature are all in the same place. Sovereignty in the United Kingdom is the King and Parliament. That is the King acting on the advice of Parliament. As simple as that. Until Tony Blair came along, that is. He separated the courts, created Ofcom, created the OBR, created Devolution, stripped out all the powers out of our Parliament, gave lots and lots of powers to Brussels, and put the ECHR into British law. All of this needs to go. It's as simple as that. Let's put it on the table, call a spade a spade. Anything that Tony Blair put into legislation, we need to bonfire all of his regulations and throw in the 1960s Race Relations Act while you're at it. If you look at Lady Justice on the Old Bailey, she's blindfolded and the scales are balanced. Justice is blind. It's not meant to be, oh, you need to treat these people differently because of this reason, you treat these people differently for that reason. That's not blind justice. We need to be even-handed in all of it. All of Blair's reforms need to go. Now, as always, this is just my opinion. Your mileage may vary. Smash that like, hit the subscribe. Basically, this judge thinks that she's above our Parliament, which is absolute baloney. Parliament is the highest court in the land, and this judge needs to remember that. The only person that is technically above the law is the Crown. That's the end of the matter. Now, I appreciate your time. If you agree with me, let me know. If you think I'm talking out my rear end, let me know. Professor Starkey and Matt Goodwin and other people on the right are already calling for what I'm saying here, which is basically root and stem, get rid of all of Tony Blair's reforms. We need to return to a pre-1997 state. I appreciate your time. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening.